If you're a tool reviewer like I am, then you're going to have a lot of tool batteries, and you're going to have those tool batteries spread over a lot of different platforms, not only different brands, but different platforms within each brand, such as Makita XGT, CXT, LXT, lots of different sizes and shapes of lots of different battery systems, including some oddball ones like Panasonic, not too common anymore. And we've got Bosch. There's lots of different systems here. Whoa, what's that? And I need a way to store all of these and keep them sort of catalogued so that I know how old they are, and I got them easily arranged. I know when they're charged. I know what ones are best for doing a tool review with. And that's what this video is basically about. I'm going to show you how I store all my batteries. And if you're a regular here on the channel, you will have no doubt heard me talk about stealth mounts before, and stealth mounts are exactly how I store these batteries. And stealth mounts look like this. They are pretty simple. They are a piece of plastic that you screw onto a wall underneath a shelf, that sort of thing, and then you can slide your batteries in like so, and then release. Nice and easy. And they come in lots of different brands like this. But they don't just make mounts for your batteries, they also make them for your tools, as well as cleats for pack-out systems, level mounts, these bench clips which are great for hanging up a pair of safety glasses or a tape measure, bit holders for your drills and impacts, track squares, pen holders, pack-out cup holders, toolbox holders, silicone and spray can tube holders, all sorts of things these days. But in this one, we're just going to be looking at the batteries. Also, some of these are surplus to requirements. All the stealth mounts that you see in this video was sent to me by StealthMounts. So I've got a few extras. So if you keep watching this video, at some point, you'll find out a way where you can win some of this stuff. Enough talk, let's mount some stealth mounts. My intention is to fill this board with tool batteries and chargers via the stealth mounts. Now, I've just attached this first one with the Milwaukee Rivet Gun. It worked perfectly. I had to drill a slightly bigger hole in the stealth mount to accommodate the rivet, but it worked pretty good, and it's held it pretty good, but might not be quite strong enough for the 8 amp hour batteries. But unfortunately the other holes don't line up, so I'm going to have to drill another hole through there if I want to go any further. But I think we'll just place them all with one first, all the way along here. These are the Makita 40 volt stealth mounts, and yeah, we'll try out the rivet guns and accomplish something at the same time. Before I get too carried away, I guess I'd better go count up how many 40 volt batteries I actually have. No point covering this thing in plastic if I don't need to. Well, they they add up quite quick. You don't sort of realise how many you've got until you stick them all together like that and then go, whoa, that's a lot of money spent on batteries, and I've got some more 4s on the way at the moment, so I might have to order some more stealth mounts. I'll go see how many I've got. So my battery wall has stalled somewhat, still a lot to do on it. I am today going to put a shelf along the bottom here, and I am going to attach it with rivet nuts and some along here. Now, I was going to buy a $3,500 Metabo rivet nut tool, and then I decided to go with this because it was 1% of the price of the Metabo. Look at that, man. $3,400 odd dollars saved. And that's, you know, just as cool, really, isn't it? Makita nut setter. Giddy up. You can also do it manually with a wrench and one of these Allen wrenches. When you're done, you back that off and take the whole thing out. And if it's worked, you have a thread inside your piece of steel, which is pretty cool, but I don't think this is going to last too long. It's already given me jip. I've already put a washer on the top here to modify it slightly. So I've put the dual rapid 40 volt charger on the wall with rivet nuts as well, and my rivet nuts are all in place here for my shelf. Look at this, man, the only 18 volt Tool Pro tool I still have. Anybody remember when I used to review Tool Pro tools? Good old Super Cheap Auto. And I've only got 2 batteries left, so hopefully that's enough to polish this thing, because yeah, they haven't been charged for a while. Said it had full bars. Now when it comes to this piece of stainless, I could keep polishing it almost forever, but as long as I can see my Makita socks in it, I'm happy. Yeah, that's close enough. It's mostly going to be covered anyway. So, and I've got other shit to do. I've got tool reviews to make. So the shelf is installated, and now I've just got to work out where to put all the chargers. Got the 40 volt there on the left on the wall, and I got a bunch of chargers that need to go on here. They're not all going to fit on that shelf. I don't know whether to put some more of them on the wall or just bung them on the shelf underneath the shelf. I'm going to put them all around backwards so that I access them all, just slide on and off from the back, rather than coming around and sticking them on the other way. It would just be stupid. So yeah, I'll have a play with that. Now if you can't afford a fancy cordless rivet tool, and let's face it, not many of us can, they're pretty pricey things, especially if you don't use rivets too often. But you can always get one of these El Cheapos from Amazon. This one was $30 US, came with a bunch of attachments, you know, it does friggin' from 2.4mm right up to 6.4 or whatever it is to 1/4 of an inch. So 1/4 of an inch is all I wanted this one for. I've got plenty of other tools to do smaller rivets, and I can't get it in my hole. There we go. So chuck it in there. Doesn't want to slide all the way on. This sort of shit always happens as soon as you push record. You know, you do 10 of them and you think, oh, I better record one, and oh, there we go, it goes in now. As soon as I don't think about it, it goes on. Fuck's sake. Anyway, this one, of course, you just do it the old-fashioned way. Problem is, though, these are very long rivets because I bought them for something else, as well as this, and they're 1 inch long, so you got to pump them a few times. There we go. So that'll save you around $1,400–1,500, but it's definitely not as nice, definitely not as quick, and there's a good chance you will end up injuring yourself, because breaking 1/4 inch rivets is quite hard. Unless of course you do it all the time. But if you do it all the time, I'd get a cordless one. Oh, it's like just a circle, isn't it? Catch-22 of what the fuck to do. So not only is the battery wall coming along, but the chargers are now on their shelf, roughly. Still got a few sitting underneath there, trying to work out which ones should go where and what gets priority. And I bought a couple of power boards today, so I got a 4-way one there with switches, and plugged into that will be a 12-way one for the chargers. I've currently got 11 chargers here to plug in. All these people that complain that they don't want an extra battery system because they don't want another charger, my heart bleeds. If you don't like lots of chargers, don't become a tool reviewer. I'm fast realizing I don't have enough space for the batteries I want to put on here. Still got a few different systems to go. I want to check on the M12 stuff. I'm not sure this system with the rivets is going to work too well because I had to drill another hole, but I need a very long rivet, or I need to come up with something different there. But I've also got, I'm going to stick some Ryobi 36 volt ones, probably off, that'll slide out the side. I've got the Ryobi 18 volt ones, and I've got a few other odds and sods that I may stick on there. I also wanted to stick on all the adapters. I've got quite a few of these battery adapters, and I thought I'll stick them all together in one area as well with the same mounting system. But I should have been a little bit tighter on the space. I didn't want to, end up crashing when I take things off and hitting my hand on things. So done them fairly spaciously, but also big enough so that I can put on bigger batteries at a later date, move them around however I want to do it. But I can see some gaps, and I'm going to have to fill or change a bit. So seeing as I've got a fair bit of gap here, because these don't need much to come on and off the 12 volt Makita, I think I'm going to drill out all these DeWalt ones and shift them up. Get rid of those Bosch ones. I'll have to put them somewhere else. Maybe we'll put the M12 in here. Look at all the battery systems I've got to have, just so I can keep you guys all happy. Now I'm having to do a double pull like the Bosch one, because this is a 25mm stroke, same as the Bosch, and so it doesn't quite have enough to pull up these 25mm long rivets, and so you've got to do a double shot, whereas the Makita and the Milwaukee have the 30mm stroke, and you can do it in the one pull. But pulls them up no problem. Definitely drop into the mandrel collector much easier than any of the other rivet guns I've tried. Fingers crossed this one works. Ooh, a little bit mean on the plastic there. Did a bit of damage there to the stealth mount, but it seems to be good and solid. It's not surprising it did any damage. It is 20 kilonewtons of force this thing's pulling on. So that's over 2,000 kgs pulling on that little rivet, or nearly 4,500 pounds. Hopefully I can get those Milwaukee ones quite close together. So that is the Manova 1/4 inch rivet tool, taking from 3.2mm or 1/8 of an inch right up to 1/4 of an inch or 6.4mm. That was a little bit crooked. So that's a few more AEG ones done. I'm just now putting another couple of Makita ones in a gap here, which is kind of messing with my OCD a bit, but hey, got to get them up somewhere. Not lining up quite right, but hey, it'll have to do. Right, I'll chuck the 14 volt ones there. Right, now I can put some more 18s back up on the top. Running out of space for all these different battery platforms, but this is Ryobi 36 volt going on here. I'm going to have to drill a hole in a different place somewhere down here and put another rivet in. And those batteries will go in the side, like so. And then I guess I'll put the 18 volt ones through here somewhere. And then I've got a little bit of space left over this side for a few oddball ones maybe. Maybe put the Bosch ones back on there, and Panasonic, maybe the Manova if I can find something that fits those. Got to get rid of the Tool Pro ones. Yeah, almost done. So if you fancy some of this stealth mount gear, send me an email to this email address just here. Wow, that was quick. Tell me what battery platforms you run, and I might be able to hook you up with some battery mounts, tool mounts, some of these other things for tracks and all the stuff I spoke about earlier. And so yeah, that email there, oh, it's quick again. Send me an email to that, and if you make me laugh or something, then you might have a better chance of winning. So tell me what you want, and where you live. Don't give me your address just yet, just tell me what country you live in. And I'll be picking 3 people to send some of this gear to. So that email address again, man, it's fast, isn't it? Wow. Okay, check that out. Anyway, I'll just wrap up this video now, eh? So this is as far as I have gotten. I haven't got the M12 batteries up there yet. Kind of actually thinking of sticking them along the front of this bit of stainless here. They would work on there. They just don't work too well on this style of board here. On the shelf we've got, there's a couple of Makita chargers there, the new supercharger from Milwaukee, the AEG dual charger, and on the bottom shelf we've got a few more there. A DeWalt, Bosch, Hikoki, Metabo HPT, another, the 12 volt rapid charger there from Milwaukee, the 18 and 36 volt Ryobis. Got a couple of EcoFlows that live on the shelf here at the end, so I'm just trying to have all my batteries basically in the one place, although the Manova ones from that rivet tool you've seen in this video will likely just stay in the case with that along with the charger. I don't use them very often, so same with the Panasonic probably. I don't need the charger on here. I don't charge them very often. They're not only used for one tool. So but we've got a bit of a gap here for future expansion. I may clip all the adapters like I spoke of earlier, all the adapters so that you can run one brand off another battery platform. I don't really use those things unless I'm making YouTube videos basically. So these are all my batteries for making YouTube videos. This is how I store them. Over there you can see I've got also my Makita power head and all the attachments for the old OPE stuff there. So we're missing a few batteries there, aren't we? Let me go fill this up so we can have a nice finishing shot. Can't believe I've got so many batteries not on the board at any one time. I'm so disorganized. So I couldn't quite find everything. My wife has informed me that the 12 volt Makita ones here are at her mother's place. Also missing one 18 volt one, which she thinks may be up there as well. As for the rest of them, I have them all in position now, I think. I do have more Ryobi batteries, but they're always left on the tool, so I only bothered putting up StealthMounts for the extras that I'm not using at any one point in time. So that gives me more space left over for future spreading of other brands. So what shall I fill the gap in with? Hilti perhaps? Maybe Metabo? Festool? What about that? Anyway, that is my battery wall now and charging station. Thanks to StealthMounts, and I've also got the there's a 12-way board under there, so I've got 11 chargers plugged in, plus one for my camera batteries, which is just there. So, and I can, if I wish, run them from the EcoFlows here. These other batteries, who knows what I'll do with those. But yeah, that's where I store my batteries and how I have them all, in theory, ready for me to use for tool reviews. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to send an email to this email address. Once again, that was pretty quick. It is going to be open until I say it's not. If you get an email from me within the next month, well, you will know you've won. And if you do get an email from someone saying they're me, just check the email address that it is that one, because, you know, there's so many scumbags around now, and if anybody asks you for money, it will not be me, okay? I'm not going to ask you to pay for the postage or anything ridiculous like that. I will send it to you for free. So if anybody asks any shit like that, tell them to go fuck themselves. And I will see you on another video real soon. Thank you, StealthMounts, for sending me this gear. I know it's taken me a long time to get around to doing this video, and sorry for the audio issues throughout the video and stuff. It's filmed on multiple cameras, multiple microphone systems over the past sort of 6 months, whenever I sort of, you know, was filming bits for other videos and all that sort of shit. If you want to see the reviews of all those riveters that you've seen in this video, look down in the description, maybe up in the top corner, and there'll also be some affiliate links if you want to buy some of those things that have been in here. And of course, if you want to buy the StealthMounts. StealthMounts are available all over the world now. I see them in shops and everything. They're popular as. People love them. I love them. Super handy for my wall here. I used to have my batteries in a drawer of tool cabinets, kind of like these tool cabinets here behind me, but it is much nicer having them all up here on the wall where I can see them all quickly and easily. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on another video shortly. Cheers, guys.